Okay, just our second video on surds, and what we're going to do today is cover adding surds. Okay, so we're going to do adding today. Right. Now, we can only add surds and also subtract. So adding and subtracting are always very similar. We can only add or subtract surds that are like surds. Okay, and what like surds are, they have the same number underneath the square root sign. Okay, so 2 root 7 and let's say 10 root 7, we can add those. Yes, we're allowed to. They're like surds because they have the same number underneath the square root sign, so that's okay. What about 3 root 5 and 5 root 3? Can we add these two together? No, we cannot. Why? Because this has a 5 underneath the square root sign, this has a 3 under there, so we cannot add those together. So those are like, those are not like. Okay, so we can add these together or subtract them. We cannot do it for these ones. Okay, and so what we end up doing is just bunching and collecting. It's a bit like algebra, we collect the surds that are similar together. Okay, so let's just do an example of that. Okay, so just a couple of examples. So here we go, we'll go root 2 plus 7 root 2 minus 2 root 2. Let's have a look at that. And so what we've got, we just got to look at, got to collect together. Now, what we've got is 3 like surds here. We've got root 2, root 2, root 2. You just need to figure out how many you have. So we have 1 root 2 here, we have 7 root 2's here, and then we have minus 2 root 2's here. So we've got 1 plus 7, that's 8, 8 minus 2, we end up with 6 lots of root 2. Okay, so just to say that again, we've got 1 root 2 there, 7 root 2, so if you think of root 2 as like apples, we've got 1 apple, 7 apples, and then we subtract 2 apples, so we end up with 6 apples. And so that's how we do it. Very simple, so that's all good. So let's do root 7 minus 2 root 5 plus 6 root 7 plus root 5. Let's have a look at that one. Now remember, we can only add and subtract like terms. Okay, so here we have a root 7, there we've got a 6 root 7, and here we have a negative 2 root 5, and now we have a positive root 5. And so we can only add the similar ones together. So let's have a look at the root 7s. How many total root 7s do we have? We have 1 root 7 here, and then we have 6 root 7s here. 1 plus 6, we have 7 root 7s. That's how many, so we've got 1 root 7 there and 6 root 7s there. What have we got over here? We've got negative 2 root 5s, and over here we have 1, so positive 1 root 5. If you put them together, what do you get? Negative 2 plus 1, you end up with negative 1 root 5, or negative root 5. And so that would be the answer there. Negative 2 root 5 plus root 5, you end up with negative 1 root 5. I haven't bothered writing the 1 in there, it's not needed. Okay, and so that's basically it. And so let's just do maybe one more example, but this just takes a bit of practice, and you'll be on your way, sort of thing. Okay, let's just do this one. Okay, we've got root 2 plus root 8 plus root 32. Now, we can't do anything, can we? We've got different, that's not like, these are not like surds here, so we actually can't add these together. Or can we? Well, actually, it's always preferable to simplify these things first. Okay, so root 8, we can simplify this surd, and root 32, we can simplify that as well. Okay, root 2, that can't be simplified, we'll leave that as root 2. What can root 8 be simplified to? Well, what's a perfect number that goes into 8? 4 is a perfect square that goes into 8. So we can write that as root 4 times root 2. Okay, so I'll just put it in brackets so that you can see what that is. How about 32? Well, 4 goes into 32, so that works. but always look for the biggest number that goes into a number, and 16 goes into 32. 16 is also a perfect square and it goes into there. So what we'll do is write that as root 16 times root 2. Awesome. And we'll just simplify this. So I've got root 2 here. What have we got here? We've got root 4 times root 2. Root 4 is equal to 2, so that's just 2 root 2. Yeah, so I'm starting to sort of simplify these a bit quicker. You'll get super quick at this the older you get. What's root 16 equal to? Well, root 16 is 4, so you got plus 4 root 2 there. What have we got now? We've got, like Surds here, we've got a bunch of root 2's. What have we got? We've got 1 root 2, 2 root 2's, and 4 root 2's. Add them all together, 1 plus 2 plus 4, you get 7 lots of root 2. And that's your answer. So that's a video on adding. I'll do and subtracting. I'll do one on subtracting. Dividing, and then we'll probably be finished.